Alright, welcome back everybody to part 3 of why I have issues with cops. And this one happened in the rest area on southbound I-81 in Virginia, in Winchester. It's the Virginia Unwelcome Center. Now, I was working, this is after I became an owner-operator, I had my own truck. And I was parked right in here, one night. Now you can see a no parking sign up there, but it doesn't have the arrows on the bottom to designate the zone. Just no parking, and it's also right there where the asphalt changes. So there's no signs right here. There were other trucks parked along here. Even this sign, because I got out and looked, says "buckle up." Nothing, there's no parking signs, but there is one way up here somewhere. I think right there. And so, I didn't see that because there was a truck there. No big deal. It's not like it's I wasn't impeding anybody's traffic or travel or anything like that. But I got woke up after about 4 hours of sleep. Cops banging on my door, and the dude's like, "You got to go." I'm like, "No, I'm not going anywhere because I'm on my 10-hour break, and I'm not moving the truck." So he demands my license and cab card and everything, and goes and decides he's going to write a ticket. Well, he comes back with a ticket, which I was expecting a parking ticket, which I would have just paid and been like, whatever. But no, it was a moving violation for failure to obey a traffic control device, which would be the same thing as what you would get if you ran a red light. Now, obviously, I didn't run a red light, and the cop never saw me driving the truck. He doesn't know if I operated the truck or not. He never asked if I had a team driver or anything like that. So he doesn't know anything. He just decides to come back with a moving violation because I pissed him off by telling him no. And I really don't whatever. I mean, it was a safety issue, and you understand that anybody who drives a truck understands why I would say no. Even if they wouldn't. But, so he comes back with that, and I look at him, and I'm like, I'm not signing this. So first thing he does, instead of trying to de-escalate, he goes into beast mode right off the bat. Starts grabbing my door handle, yanking on my door handle, telling me he's going to take me to jail and all that. And I'm like, what the fuck's your problem, man? I mean, you woke me up out of a dead sleep. You tell me I got to go somewhere. And now you're going to write me for a moving violation? Where the hell am I supposed to, I'm like, where the hell am I supposed to park? Well, you should have planned better. I saw that on an Asian My video not too long ago, and it really set me off on this course and whatnot. But he's like, you should have planned better. I'm like, planned for what? What do you want me to do? It's not my fault the damn, the truck stop up the road, the Flying J was full up. I'm running out of hours. I got to find a place to park. I come through here, and there's a place to park. What do you want me to do? Well, you should have planned better. Like, dude, I don't fucking plan on sitting 5-6 hours someplace getting loaded. I don't plan on traffic. I don't plan on all the obstructions that happen in your day that ruin your plan. I mean, in a vacuum, in a perfect world, you could plan every minute of every day and whatnot, but that's not the way it works. We don't punch a clock and go to a warehouse job like everybody else does, or even a police job where you do your shift and then you go home. That's not the way it works in this industry. A little bit of understanding would go a long way. But either way, he writes me this ticket. I finally sign it because he's not going to back off. Like, fuck you, I'll sign it. I'll see your ass in court. Now, I called his sergeant afterwards and filed a complaint on him. That probably never went anywhere because cops protect their own. They can do whatever they want to, and it's perfectly fine. Whatever. And so I go to court. Now I won this case. It's not it was easy for me to win this case. Never even got to the point where he's trying to tell. Well, he did kind of. Basically, we went in there and the judge called me up. And so I challenged his jurisdiction right off the bat. I challenged the court's jurisdiction, everybody's jurisdiction right off the bat. And she made me sit down and wait till everybody else was out of the courtroom. So I didn't know whether that was good or bad at the time. I was sweating it a little bit. But then after everybody else was done and out of the courtroom, she calls me back up again. And she's, and I'm like, we go through the foundational things, right? And he never, he just goes right into his little spiel about how the manager at the rest area called the police to run all the truckers out of the rest area, which is that's enough right there for me to be like, that's why are we treated like that in America? I mean, I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent. This is, I'll stick to the meat of the story here. But anyway, so he goes off on his spiel about that, and the judge's like, let me stop you right there. You didn't prove your jurisdiction, case dismissed. So won that case, and I'm off on my way. But in the meantime, he caused me a lot of trouble. He threatened to arrest me. He put me in harm's way and whatnot, all because of a parking situation, and then I have to take time off to go to court and whatnot, and I didn't know what was going to happen. I want to protect my license. I didn't drive badly. I didn't do anything wrong other than park in a rest area, and like I said, you can see it. There's no difference. This was taken in 2019. I think this happened in 2017. So it's it's exactly the same, and because I remember taking pictures at the time out of my window, and I was, like I said, I was parked right along in here somewhere, and I took pictures of that sign there, and along the sides of my my truck, showing there's no signs that say no parking, and it never came to that, but either way, there's no reason why nobody should be able to park there. But the cops don't need to be that way towards anybody, especially us. But they are, and this guy's gonna write me a moving violation that could possibly cost me my job. I mean, like I said, I was owner operator at the time, so it wouldn't cost me my job. Most likely make things hard on me, but he don't know that. He doesn't know any of that. All he knows is that he's a leech on society, and he wants to get on me and suck blood out of me for nothing. I haven't done anything to anybody. I haven't harmed anybody in any way, shape, or form. I haven't impeded anybody in any way, shape, or form. But he's going to attack me and take from me, and I just don't appreciate it. That's one of the things that I do not appreciate. And like I said, I don't appreciate when cops bother people who aren't bothering anybody else. If I was bothering somebody else, I would understand it, but I'm not. I'm not causing anybody else even the most slightest inconvenience by doing that. That's what bugs me. And then I've been driving a truck now since 2000, so almost 22 years now, and it's getting on my damn nerves. It's starting to really, really bother me that I get treated like a second-class citizen. And then when all the First Amendment auditors came out, and I started seeing how they get treated like like trash and whatnot. But what it boils down to, in my opinion, is that anything that's abnormal, anything that's not absolutely 100% common and normal, is criminal to these people. Even though it's not criminal, it's perfectly legal, perfectly fine. You're not bothering anybody. You're not doing anything to anybody. There's no reason why people should be treated this way. And this is a serious issue with cops. And I know that there's good cops in the world. I get that. Most of them are not the ones that you're going to meet very often, because they're not the ones out there doing this shit. That's the problem. The good cops, the Andy Griffiths of the world, are hanging out. They're actually doing their jobs in a right way, and normal people are never going to see them. We're going to run into the Barney Fifes of the world, who want to sit there and arrest the entire town for stupid-ass minor infractions and stuff, because it's either a power trip, or it's a stats thing, or it's just a me against them mentality. Whatever the hell it boils down to, it's just wrong. And so, this is part 3 of my series on why I don't have why I have a problem with cops, why I don't like them. But that's it. That's pretty much what it boils down to, is that I don't like being harassed. I don't like having contact with these people. I don't like dealing with them, because they are nothing but trouble. They bring nothing to the table. They're never positive. Anytime I've ever called them, they've been they've been standoffish with me. They've threatened me. That they've threatened to try to harm me because they don't want to do their jobs. And anytime they've ever stopped me, they've been doing nothing but looking for a reason to try to hurt me. Whether it's a DOT inspection, or this incident, or whatever, it's always a harm. It's never a help. And if I ever see a cop, being helpful, being decent and whatnot, then maybe I'll change my tune. But not really, because for one, every decent cop out there, there's 10, 15, at least, you know, Dudley do right assholes out there who want to just who just want to pounce on the public. And this, you work for us. The government has forgotten, whether it's from the lowest level of police all the way to the top, the president. They've forgotten that they work for the people. They're supposed to be working for the best interest of the people, and this kind of stuff is not in people's best interest. It's only in the interest of the government to try to make money and take things from you. That is why I have a problem with it. So I'm gonna keep this series up. When I think of things, I'll talk about them. But this is number 3. Hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments, and like and subscribe, please, because I really could use some subscribers. Thank you.